Member Services Director at the Marshalltown YMCA YWCA. We have about a month left to go for the Marshalltown School District, so our summer programming will be getting soon. We have information out. I believe T-ball starts next week with practices and then games. We have our summer camps program beginning the first day that school is out on Wednesday, June 10th. We have the registration packets available at the front desk. We have a lot of aquatics programming beginning here soon. We have a pamphlet on that in our brochure rack here in the lobby. A lot of employment opportunities. So if you're looking for a summer job, we have a lot of departments hiring, a good opportunity. It's a great place to work. For more information on all these programming and job opportunity, please visit us at www.ymca-ywca.org or give us a call at 752-8658.
Hi, I'm Pat Thompson, Marshall County Public Health Nurse, and I think I said last time I've been in the job 14 years now, which is, like I say, I only knew how to spell public health when I started, but it's been quite a journey, and I've learned a lot, and I've certainly met lots and lots of really cool people. So if you're someone that I know, thank you for all the help you've given me through these years. That's not a retirement speech yet, so just so you know, but don't go looking for my job yet, but someday I'll join the ranks of other people and friends. So guess what? COVID's still here, but we're getting better. We're still in a pandemic. It's easier to believe that we're not, and this is why we still have to keep buckling down, even though none of us want to, and how many times have I said that? But just hang in there, get your vaccine, please, because that will help us a lot. Now we have some, the vaccine's actually becoming more available to younger people, and that's very promising, and it's good for our ending of the pandemic. So if you're someone who is within the eligibility age group, the 18 and up, for Moderna at this point, Pfizer 16 and up, and as we look forward to actually having Pfizer go down from 12 years old and up, that will be great. Johnson & Johnson is 18 years and up that can get the vaccine. Johnson & Johnson's 1 dose, Pfizer and Moderna are 2 doses. Pfizer's 21 days apart between first and second, and Moderna is 28 days. Now I always want to remind people that 2 weeks after you have your second dose is when you have the most protection. That's when it really has developed. Your immune system has developed the most protection at that time. So you still have to be careful for 2 weeks after you have your shot of all 3. Because why risk if you've gone that far, you haven't caught it, haven't been exposed to the virus, you haven't gotten the virus, then it's why not wait 2 weeks just to make sure. And I know people say to me, the rules keep changing. Yeah, they do. When I look at them, I think, yeah, they do. And sometimes they're a little bit complicated because really what's trying to happen is the world's trying to open up and they're trying to make it easier, hoping that works. I should say it that way. When we say don't worry, people that are fully vaccinated can be together pretty safely. We still recommend social distancing even when you're together. Nothing's 100%, so that's why I say we need to pay attention still, even though we're fully vaccinated, and before we totally get out there and escape all the confines that we've had for so long. So spring is here, and even though it's really cool in the mornings, it does warm up in the afternoons, and we do appreciate that. Make sure you get outside and do some things that are fun for you. And that can be working in your garden, doing your flowers, riding a bike, making plans like that. It's a little too cold for swimming yet, but it's coming. And, put yourself out there doing those things that you did last summer, in the spring when we opened up a little. Well, we didn't open up, but when we were outside making it all work. So we've been talking about how it's springtime and how we can get outside and take care of ourselves, actually, get some exercise again. This is a long winter, well, it's actually a long winter, spring, summer, fall, winter, and so it's easy for me, actually, believe it or not, to put on a couple of pounds that make it so my clothes don't look quite as nice. That's really where we're at. So now's the time to get the exercising in, watch our diets a little bit more, avoid the alcohol, cut back on that, and start finding that joy that's you, because it's really important to have that joy out there. We've all run into people that are not happy, and we need to pay attention to how we speak to people and how we are not easily offended by what people say to us. Okay, it's a two-way street on that, and know that it's been a tough time, and we're still going to be recovering for actually a really long time. It's not going to be done the day after everything opens. It's not going to be done the day after everybody has a shot. If we get that far, it's going to take a long time to recover and get back to who we were before and where we were before. I believe we'll have some good things will be learned from this experience from all of us. Actually, we've gotten closer to family. We've had many losses, but we've had some gains that we have to maybe look for that we may not see easily right now. But someday we'll look back and we'll see what was brought out that we can appreciate. So even though we've really had hard times with this COVID pandemic and it's not done yet, look for your joy. Share that with other people, smile more, and help this world to be an even better place because you're in it, okay? So you be sure to take good care of yourself, and I have to throw one more thing in because it's that time of year. We got lots of little kiddos on bikes and scooters, and they don't ride trikes anymore, I guess, and they don't ride big wheels anymore that I've seen, but all those things that our kiddos could be in the street, and we're the adults, and we need to pay attention to them because we're in a vehicle and we need to have responsibility taking care of them because kids are kids. And
big kids on motorcycles.
Oh, big kids on motorcycles too. Yes, actually motorcycles, I actually love motorcycle riding. It's fun for me. I don't get to do it anymore, but it's a great time. But when you're on a motorcycle, you realize how vulnerable you are. And so I know that I stay away. If I have motorcycles in front of me, I stay back like we need to at all times on people on bicycles and motorcycles and in other cars. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is watch out for everybody because we're in vehicles and my brain goes one way and my car actually may head a direction I hadn't planned on going because I'm, doing habits. And I think we've all done that. And so we have to really pay attention to our driving and watch out for other people and creatures and kiddos and little motorcycles and big motorcycles. Okay, so have a very, very good day, and until next time, bye-bye.
Hi, I'm Sarah Rosenblum, and I'm going to take off my mask so you can hear me better. Welcome back to the Marshalltown Public Library. It has been a really tough year for all of us, and I first want to thank the community for their support, their outreach, the lovely notes and cards, and just the words that people have given us. And I know it's been really tough for all of you. It's been tough for my team, and we are looking for whatever the new normal will be. I joke that my crystal ball is not working, so I don't know what it's going to be. But if you have concerns or questions or suggestions, please always contact me. Both come in and ask for me, drop me a note, send me an email. Because I do want to hear from you. This is your library. I just get the pleasure of guiding it. And I don't know what the new normal is going to be, but we're working on it every day to try to move to it. I will ask you right now, we are still requiring masks in the library. I know many of you have been vaccinated, but right now we are following guidance. The city still has a mandate. The library has a mandate. If you can't wear a mask, we provide curbside service. And we are happy to work with you. We want to provide service to you. We just want to keep everybody healthy. That's the important thing. If we're not here physically, then we can't have the doors open. But we have opened up the doors. Currently our hours are Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Sundays 1 to 4. We also offer curbside during those periods. And curbside, if you haven't used it, is where you can go online and place a request, or you can call us or email us, and we gather the items up for you, and then you park in one of our curbside spots outside, and then we will bring the items out to you. Some people like to come in, grab their curbside items from the checkout desk, and also browse and see if there's anything new and exciting. So like anything, there's multiple ways to approach the library and get the services that you need. So when you come into the library, you will stop at our concierge desk. One of our great team is here, and we can give you a mask. So if you forget that you don't have your mask, we'll give you one. We give you a little time sticker right now, 90 minutes. That'll probably go away, but we're just trying to expand services in a way that works for everybody. So we also have lots of hand sanitizer, and you're more than welcome to use it. The bathrooms are open, the water fountain is open. Again, if you're not aware, we have opened up the east door, so I know some people like to park down there. So we keep, we've been expanding service during this whole period to meet your needs, but again, feedback is always welcome, and even if you've got something you think I need to look at or address, please let me know. So you'll come in, and we have, very exciting, our new self-contactless checkout system. If you haven't used it, it's wonderful. You're able to place a variety of items on the pad, and it checks them out. If for some reason an item gets missed, when you go through the gate, it'll light up, and it'll actually tell us what item that you missed. So if you're a busy parent or grandparent, and you've got a whole stack of picture books and you missed one, we actually know which one it is. We are also updating library cards right now. Normally we do that through the year, but we updated everybody's cards last year to make them work during COVID. So if you get a glitch that says your card isn't working, it's because we probably just need to double check and make sure you're still current in our system. Right now we have the story walk going on downtown, which is a wonderful activity to get downtown and see what's happening in our downtown. There's so much exciting things. Yes, we still have a long way to go. I mean, we've had that triple punch of the tornado and COVID and then the derecho, but this is a great partnership with the Central Business District, and we have some great prizes. So this is only going on for a few more days, so you can come in and get in English or Spanish and go down and find the stories in the different merchants' windows, and maybe you'll win one of these great prizes, including this giant llama. Very colorful. So, things are a little different here, but we're slowly moving back. Again, we have another new self-checkout here, which in the past we only had one. And we've brought our light display back. So we had a wonderful lady in our community. Some of you probably knew Eleanor Pud-Handorf. And Eleanor passed away, and we were all so sad. And her daughters thought long and hard how they wanted to honor their mother, and they gifted us this amazing display, and you get to turn the knobs and make the colors, and so it's really, really fun. And so it's something that we want you to touch, and of course in this COVID age we've gotten away from touching, but come back in with your little ones and try it out. So in the youth department, we have lots of things on display. We've also brought back our Lego table. So here are our Legos, and Legos are such a great building tool, but they're fun at the same time unless you step on a Lego and you're barefoot. So we have the Legos and some seating. So again, we have a lot of hand sanitizer, so we expect after you use the Legos that you probably should think about using some hand sanitizer. We have very popular the little playaways. These are little individual, if you think about the old cassette, it's kind of like a modern cassette with a complete unabridged book in them, and these are very, very popular. We've added also in the youth department, they never had their own self-check unit, so they have one here. And so for maybe the busy family, you come here and do this. You can unlock your playaway. You're still more than welcome to use the one when you first come in, but we just wanted to make more tools available, more ability to social distance, but also just to do this. You're more than welcome though to talk to our staff about, your favorite book, or is there something that you liked diary wimpy kid, and what else would your child like? So these tools enable staff to spend more time talking to you. We've brought back the awe stations. These are wonderful educational fun tools for little ones. So these are very popular. And we're looking at some other things. And something new and exciting that we just unveiled are Wonder Books. So Wonder Books looks like a book. It's got all the pages like a book, but in the front of the book is a little kind of a cassette player. I think that's it's a recording. So the joy of a Wonder Book is one that an older child that maybe still working on their reading could read to themselves, or could read to a younger sibling, or maybe if English is not your first language, you could do that. They're very durable, but you really don't know that you have one. They're in this special section. We actually have about 60 of them, and they're almost all checked out, as you can see. So we are hoping to purchase some more, but it's just another way, kind of takes maybe for the parents that remember the old cassettes, and we still have the books with the CDs, but who has a CD player in their home anymore? So Wonder Books are very exciting. Like I said, we are hoping to add more, but if you see, when you watch this wonderful video, the wonderful work of MCTV, and say, hey, there was something that the book talks to me, then we'll know what you want. Of course, we have hundreds of amazing children's books, and we're always happy to get books into your hands and introduce you to a new author. So we certainly do that. We are looking at some summer programming to see what we can do for this summer. So again, be patient with us. Some seating. We are having people starting to want to come back and study at the library. Of course, Wi-Fi is available outside the building and inside the building. One of the things we added last summer were the picnic tables on the west side, very popular, and so those are out there. And I don't know if winter's done, if we're going to still have a little bit more of up and down, but and of course wind. It's Iowa, right? There's always wind. We'll be rolling out a spring reading challenge. So you can talk to the youth department about that, and Adventure Pass. So that is a wonderful tool where you can get passes to the zoo and the science center, but not Adventureland. So we've had people ask, we don't sell tickets and we don't have tickets for Adventureland, but Adventure Pass is a wonderful thing where you can take 2 adults and 2 children. So if you have more, then obviously you can buy a pass at the zoo or the science center. But it's a wonderful way to do something with your family, and maybe if your budget is limited, or you want to take a couple of friends along, so it's just a tool that we have. You can talk to the youth desk about how do you book. You actually book the pass. We have 2 passes, I believe, or 1 pass, and then you book the pass. So it's kind of like you're checking out a pass like you would check out a book. So anyways, but youth team is working on all kinds of exciting things, and we're just happy, to see you in the library. So we're going to take a walk down. So again, you can stop and talk to them if you have questions or concerns or suggestions. We want to know how the library is helping you and what we need to do to keep doing more things within reason. So again, we always have lots on display. Usually they're very thematic, whether it's Easter or we had St. Patrick's Day. So as we walk down towards the information desk, if I run into anything, it'll be pretty funny. They'll probably include it if I do something silly. We do also have the what they call the jargon, the OPAC. That's the old library card catalog for those of you that are like my age. So that's up and running. Of course, you do it. Some people do it on their smartphone, but you're more than welcome also to ask staff, hey, can you tell me the latest Mary Higgins Clark book, or is there an author I really like, William Kent Kruger? Is there somebody else that you recommend? And that's one of the funnest parts of our job. So we're going to walk down here. We still have some tax forms for those of you, I'm one of them, who haven't filed their taxes yet. We do have tax forms. Iowa, we can print out an Iowa form for you. So we're not doing faxing right now. But Minuteman and the UPS store, we have wonderful businesses in our community. They certainly can provide those services. New books, new nonfiction, lots of great things. I think we just got Strawberry Love, and there's a Blueberry Love. So I think most of you know I'm a big foodie. So anyway, so lots of fun things. And then I know people have asked about the book sale. We don't have plans yet for in the big room, but we do have our ongoing book sale. We are taking donations again. So if you did a lot of cleaning during this period, we don't have a ton of space right now, so we ask that gently used items, certainly if you have recent, one thing in hot demand, I call them our premium paperbacks, these larger paperbacks that are now $9.99. So if you have some of these, we would love to take them off your hand and make a little money so that we can buy new things. So we've got those, gardening books, that's a big demand right now. So as soon as we put a gardening book out, it sells. Dan Gable for our Iowa wrestling fans. So all these things are for sale. Almost all of these are donated, things that we can't add to the collection. Sometimes we do, but but again, all this money helps us buy new things. So, of course, DVDs have been very popular during this period. Sadly, we lost our DVD store. Magazines, we actually even took them out of the holder, so you can just check out the magazines, and if you lift the shelf, you'll see the back issues. So prevention, and then you could check out several of these, and you have them at home to read. So more paperbacks for sale, very popular. We have lots of folks that go up to their cabin and they'll buy a box load of paperbacks. I know sometimes they tell me in the smaller towns, maybe they have a summer home in in Wisconsin or Minnesota, and they have a tiny library and they'll leave the books there. So it's really nice how things kind of get passed around. We still don't have all of our seating open. Yeah, I know the snow fencing is still eye-jarring to me, but we have started to open up seating along the wall. We're looking at how we can best serve you. So we have some seating opening up. And then the computers again, we've got computers up and running. So if you have questions, you can talk to the info team about using a computer, printing. If you don't have a flash drive, we can sell you a flash drive so you can save your work. Genealogy, which is like the second biggest hobby in the country. We've got the microfilm machine up and running. Word processing. There's still people that have to print out a resume. Or type a letter or something, and so they do that here at the library. And of course, we still do, I think we're probably doing a little bit more traditional reference. When I started 35 years ago, my team here, Jasmine and Monica, if you don't know something, call us and we will help you, whether it's where to get the vaccine, or can you help me with an IRS form, to, hey, I need to research this topic, and we will guide you and provide you with quality information. Today when I look online for something, I'm sometimes shocked at how difficult it is to find something that I know is comprehensive, it is current, it's from a reliable source. So I think if I struggle sometimes, I can imagine that sometimes some of you might be overwhelmed. So I know, for instance, if you're not aware, to fly, you have to have a gold star in your driver's license. I just got mine after things got a little opened up, and now they've extended that, I think, till maybe 23, but that's something that we can look up, make sure that we're looking at the correct government site. So it gives you a little more breathing space. So computers, we will walk this way. Right now, the little study rooms are not open. We're working with an HVAC specialist about the ventilation is not where we want it to be, so we're working with them to find out. I will tell you, this building will be 13 years old in December. I will have my 10th anniversary here on Halloween, and it seems like 10 years have just flown by, although this last year has certainly been different. But this building is 13 years old. We are so blessed to have this gorgeous building, and we're very lucky that it was well planned and well built, and so we do have a lot of really good airflow in this building, so we're very pleased about that. In fact, there are days that there's a lot of fresh air coming in and it's like, whoa, it's cool. So we are pleased, but we want to keep all of you safe, keep our team safe. So please be patient as we unveil more things and make things more accessible. But curbside, of course, like I said, is very popular. We'll take a quick peek in the back where we keep the curbside. We've got a whole display here of cooking. Again, I've got to get that food back in. So these wonderful pop mags, we call them, popular magazines, and desserts and cast iron cooking. So you can take home a couple of these. We have a lovely couple of ladies in our community. I know right now you think, but they wanted to do their part. And so maybe I know we're just finishing winter, but maybe you know that you had a tough winter and you could use a hat, then these are here just to take. And then that's the kind of community that Marshalltown is. So these ladies love to knit and they want to offer something up. So I just think this is wonderful. Again, we've got our board up, so if you've got an event for a nonprofit or an announcement that's in keeping with what goes on the community board, we're happy to post it for you. Of course, the copy machine. Did you know that we have a shredding box here for the public? So you can bring your shredding, and I don't know, I always have a pile at home. I'm a little bit paranoid. So I tend to shred anything with my name on it. So you can bring this in, and once a month it's locked. We can't open it up. And then the shredding company comes and they take it and they shred it right in the parking lot. So it's not really for businesses, but certainly if you're like me and you get quite a few unsolicited credit card offers or something, you can just bring them here and shred them, or put them in the box and they will be shredded. So if we walk behind the scenes, you can see these are all the items waiting for curbside pickup. So you place your hold, and then we generate a list. We call it the pick list, and we go and we find your item, and then we put it in a bag. And you can see some people have lots of books, some people have one, some people have a box sometimes, and we also do some thematic pulling. So maybe, especially for our teachers and our families, the youth department will ask you, well, so tell me about your children. Well, one is 5 and one is 9, and one likes dinosaurs and one likes books about animals, and we will pull all those things for you and get them all checked out. So literally these are all ready to go. You pull up outside, you call us, and you say, hey, I'm Mary Jones, and we grab your items and we take them outside. And yes, but also we have people that come in because they want to browse, and then we give them their items out there, and then they, right now we are taking all of our returns outside in the book drop. We keep them on quarantine for a couple of days. Again, we've had a lot of questions like people that check their online record right away, and so people are like, oh, it's still on my record. Well, we take a couple of days, we let the items sit. We've been following the guidelines. The guidelines, for all of you know, things have changed a lot in the last year and a half. In the beginning, there was so little we didn't know, and then we implemented a lot of things, and we've slowly pulled back on some of those things. But, it's been an interesting time. I used to say that the hardest day for me was trying to figure out, do I close because pending snow, or it's not going to snow, it is snowing, it didn't snow, they told me it was going to snow, but that's all gone out the window. So, and again, we've tried to do the best. The library board that I report to, we are a city department, but we have a board, independent library board by state statute, and we've just been trying to do the best we can for all of you and for the team. But we've seen our digital use skyrocket. So I know some of you have told me you're a digital user now. We don't get to see you as much physically, but you're using large print books. We've had a huge uptake in large print book. I'm just looking to see if I have any here. Got everything else but that. This is all nonfiction. So we've had a lot of use in large print. Oh, I bet there's something here on the cart. I say that and then I won't be true to myself. Oh, looks like it. Oh, here we go. So we have a lot of brand new large print, and what that is for some of us who are struggling a little with our eyesight. So we've added a lot of titles. We've infilled a lot of series with large print. So I will just tell you that we are, we are making changes. We're trying to do it in a thoughtful way. We've tried to keep things steady so that we weren't, some libraries have kind of gone back and forth pretty suddenly. I'd say that we're pretty much near the top of what our peer libraries in Iowa were doing. So sometimes somebody will say to me, well, this library's doing that or this one's doing that. But actually, I think we're all pretty close both in Iowa and also nationwide. But this is all new for all of us. So again, I want to thank their community for their support, their understanding. We do have some exciting things coming out in the future. I know we're losing Craig's services, but we'll have to figure out how to tell you that. I'll tell you a secret. Don't share it with anybody, but we are going to be adding a mobile outreach vehicle. What does that mean? Basically, we're going to be adding a small bookmobile, probably the beginning of next year, because it's like an 8 to 9 month lag time. So we are going to take the library to the community. We're going to take the library to the schools, to the veterans home, to the farmer's market. At the farmer's market, we're going to roll a smaller cart than this out, and it's going to have books on canning and on vegetables. When we go to the veterans home, we're going to have books, large print books, and books on World War II, because we know that. So we're very excited about that, that tool, that we're going to take the library out to the community. So we're very excited about that. And if you have any interest in supporting that financially, please talk to me. I can give you information about it. But we think that's going to be a great tool for the library and the community. We're also going to be creating a story walk. For those of you who know, we suffered a great tragedy in January. We lost one of our longtime employees, Teresa Hannon, who was very beloved in the library and the community. Teresa was the Storytime lady. So we're going to be creating a Storytime walk in Teresa's honor. We're still working on the location. And basically, it'll be a picture book, and you'll stop at each stop, and you'll read, and you can share that with your family, your children, your grandchildren. And it'll be by the trail. Teresa also loved the trail. Many people told us that her big smile, and they would see her on her bicycle, or they went to Storytime here. So it was a huge and sad loss for us. But so we think, so we're going to be doing a little fundraising for that too. So again, if you're interested in supporting that, please talk to me, or you can talk to Joa LaVille about it. But we're always looking to how we can better serve the community. Things are changing. But then traditionally, people want to hold the book in their hand. They want to read to a child. There's nothing like reading a picture book to a child. So we're a real mix of what's happening today, how a library was when I grew up, but also the future, so the digital resources, the virtual 24-hour access virtually. So, we're kind of a mix of, the library that we all grew up with to the library that, whatever the library of the future will bring. So again, we're happy to see you here at the library. If you're not comfortable, we have curbside service. We even print documents for you and bring them out to you. So we're trying our best. I think we're doing a good job of providing service during this difficult time, and we look forward to the future like the rest of you. And thank you again for keeping the Marshalltown Public Library in your heart and thoughts. Thank you.